Welcome to the Deep Dive. If you've been following the geopolitical currents, you know the last 2 weeks have been transformative, especially concerning the transatlantic security architecture.
It's certainly shaking. We're diving deep into the source material on that today.
We are. Our intelligence stack is generated by Stylo News, the AI-powered news application, and this deep dive is supported today by ProWave AI.
Our mission, then, is to extract the key insights on this seismic shift in the Western alliance, starting with the new U.S. national security strategy.
All right, let's unpack that. Segment 1, the Great Transatlantic Shift. What is the absolute centerpiece of this new U.S. strategy?
Well, the core of it is a mandate. The U.S. has formally insisted that European NATO members assume primary responsibility for their own conventional defense.
And we're talking about the full scope.
The full scope: intelligence, missile defense, troop deployments, the works. And they put an accelerated deadline on it. 2027.
That signals really the end of an era.
It does. The decades-long U.S. security umbrella over the continent is, for all intents and purposes, being formally concluded.
Now, that kind of policy shift requires some very strong political messaging.
And we're seeing that. President Trump has been quite public, calling European leaders weak, while, interestingly, praising Turkey's President Erdogan as strong.
A very transactional approach to the alliance.
Precisely. And that's not just happening at the executive level. In Congress, you have figures like Congressman Massey pushing for a complete U.S. withdrawal from NATO.
Citing the financial burden, I believe?
That's the main argument. And it's serious. We could see a potential congressional vote on withdrawal as early as the first quarter of 2026.
So if the U.S. is pivoting to the Indo-Pacific, how are EU leaders reacting to this, this perceived abandonment?
With profound alarm. Many leaders are framing it as political interference.
A political war aimed at undermining EU cohesion.
Exactly, especially with the U.S. signaling support for what they call patriotic European parties, which is seen as a way to disrupt the Union from within.
So the response is to build up their own structures.
It has to be. Nations like Germany and Poland are already strengthening bilateral defense deals, and the call for strategic autonomy is getting much louder.
And all of this is happening as the security landscape itself is becoming more volatile. That takes us to segment 2, hybrid warfare and escalation warnings.
You see, the threats are escalating, but not always in conventional ways. Take Germany, for instance.
They summoned the Russian ambassador.
They did, over a surge in alleged Russian hybrid activities. Most notably, the 2024 cyber attack on German air traffic control.
Which has been linked to the group APT-28, a known state-sponsored actor.
Correct. And that brings us to the international warnings. NATO's Secretary General, Mark Rutte, issued a very stark one.
Citing Russia's war economy.
Yes, and stressing the urgent need for more defense spending. He went so far as to mention the possibility of a direct Russian attack on an alliance member within 5 years.
But Europe itself seems divided on how to respond.
Deeply divided. You have what we can call Course 1, confrontation and readiness. That's Germany, Poland, NATO's Cyber Defense Center.
Yeah.
All focused on hardening defenses.
And Course 2.
De-escalation and skepticism. Championed by Hungarian leaders like Prime Minister Orban, they're warning that the 2026 elections could be the last before a potential war.
And they're criticizing what they see as pro-war factions inside Europe.
That's right, advocating for strict NATO non-involvement. Meanwhile, our sources show Russia is welcoming the U.S. critique of Europe, seeing it as an alignment with its own position.
So moving to our third segment, what are the most likely events for you, our listener, to watch for?
Keep a very close eye on the U.S. Congress in the first quarter of 2026. That debate on the NATO withdrawal legislation will be critical.
And on the European side, watch their efforts to scale military production. Meeting that 2027 deadline is an immense industrial and strategic challenge.
It is. Which leaves us with a final provocative thought.
Go.
This combination of U.S. skepticism and Russian aggression is forcing Europe to confront the potential end of the entire post-World War II security order. It necessitates a complete, fundamental reevaluation of continental defense.
A powerful thought to end on. And that brings this deep dive to a close. This entire analysis was powered by Stylo News.
Stylo is a mobile and computer app that lets you customize your own intelligence-style briefs. It pulls, translates, and analyzes information from hundreds of traditional news sources and X, formerly Twitter.
It truly is the clearest way to understand complex situations without the overload. To get AI-powered news on demand, you can subscribe to Stylo News today at www.stylonews.com.
Thank you for joining us.
Indeed, thank you for listening. If you have a topic you'd like us to unpack, please let us know. And be sure to follow Stylo News on your favorite social media platforms. We'll see you next time.